To remain updated with the latest business news, click on the bell icon.
When you talk about innovation, you know how crazy we also are about EVs. And I certainly fancy red color EVs. Read the Tesla Model 3 on India roads. I'm really proud and happy that I got a chance to actually drive that car. But Shivan saw that video and now he's trying to make me jealous. So while I try to crack this, well, please just figure out what Shivan's doing. Yeah? Thanks.
Hey Ayush, now I know you went on a date with this red Tesla in Bengaluru. I'm on a date here as well, but it's with this red hot Audi etron. Now, I have to tell you this, I'm in the outskirts of Delhi, and with this car, I want to take this time I have with her to talk about the features and the technology that the car is equipped with, because it is coming with a lot of technology which I feel every car will need to make it big in the EV space. What all else is there, how it recuperates its battery, there's too much happening in this car, let's get into it right away. As soon as you sit in the car, you are sort of overwhelmed with the kind of gadgetry you see suddenly in front of you. You have this screen which is popping at you from here, you have these two screens over here. The things that I found interesting, I want to get into those, and then I want to come to the main thing which I feel which sets this car apart. The next is a heads-up display which you get right in front, and from the angle at which I'm seeing the screen in front, the windscreen, I see my kilometers, my speed, which is right there. It gives you the illusion of seeing it beyond the scope of the windscreen, but it is actually being projected onto the windscreen. The entire car is filled with cameras. Where you don't get an angle, they have created this 3D graphic of the car. Now this is what is there behind the car as of now, but you have several other options of viewing angles as well. You have this angle which is behind the car, and if you want to have a different angle to it, here is a view of the car from the top, here is a view of the car for the front, and then you have this as well. And then there is a 3D viewing angle as well. This car offers a feature which is known as Recuperation, wherein the battery of the car will also charge itself as you drive, and there are ways to do it. So there is an option here in the car module where you go to charging and efficiency, and there is a efficiency assist. Here you get this option of recuperation, which can be either automated or it's manual. If it's automated, every time you press down on the brake, the battery will get a certain charge. So the car has a 95 kilowatt hour battery, and the charger that you get along with the car will help you charge the car from 0 to 100 in about 8 hours. And the range that you're getting is anywhere between 300 to 350 kilometers. They are claiming more than that, but it depends on the driving conditions and what all features you're using. Now, for everything in the car, for all the features, you have to resort to this central panel over here. You will be navigating through this. But what takes away from the entire experience is the fact that it is not very smooth. You really need to give it a hard touch to be able to select a certain option. Secondly, we spoke about navigation earlier. So if I go to navigation and if I want to search for a certain destination, I'll scribble something here. Let me see how accurately the car recognizes it. There you go. I wrote tech today and it's saying Aerona. It is a bit of a letdown. The other thing is, if you have the sunroof open, of course it is to let natural light in, but if natural light hits these two panels, they reflect light like anything. It almost turns into a mirror of sorts. So you really have to lean in forward to be able to get a clear glimpse of what the screen is actually showing. Now, Audi has offered a lot of driving modes in the car, but what is interesting is how the car adjusts with each driving mode. There is a button which they've given right here in front, and you have an option to go off-roading. Then there is an all-road option, efficiency, comfort, there are many. But what is interesting is how the suspension of the car adjusts to each driving mode. So as soon as I go to all-road or off-road, I immediately feel a sensation that the car is raising up. That means the ground clearance is increasing. The suspension has adjusted to off-road conditions. Why I feel this is important for Indian road conditions is because you need ground clearance, you need a suspension which can exist on Indian roads, because if you take a car like the Tesla which was coming into India, the ground clearance is very less. It will take a lot of damage on a road which is not very smooth. So as compared to this car, which will be able to sail past.
The Audi e-tron 55 will cost approximately 1.17 crores.
So Ayush, overall, after having spent enough time with the Audi e-tron, I feel that Audi has focused majorly on the driving experience and the driving conditions that this car will be used in. Given that perspective, I think the car is a winner. But as far as the technology and the user experience is concerned, I feel there are things which take away from the experience of the user. There are things which can be better. There are things which other players in the game are doing better. So we'll keep exploring more vehicles in the EV space and keep giving you a larger perspective of what to look for and what to say no to in the EV space in the time to come.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.